Well, a year from now, lawmakers from both chambers will be returning to the state capitol for the 2017 legislative session in a building that will look much better. For this session, the Capitol is still generally closed for a once-in-a-lifetime renovation. Mary Lahammer has been scaling tall scaffolding again, this time on the outside of the Capitol, where she got to see the exterior stone renovation.
We start on the scaffolding stairs outside the Capitol, which begin on the ground level and quickly progress about 10 feet at a time. We stop at the top of the front door archways, where a new keystone is taking shape out of what was a giant block of white Georgia marble to match the existing Capitol exterior.
He took measurements for everything on here. He's got templates for the scroll detail, he's got templates for all of the bead and reel, and the water leaf, all of it. You can see the geometry of the rosette before he carves it here.
Margaret is a stone carver who was brought in from Montana.
They called up all the local carvers first, and then they still needed some help, so I got a phone call.
Climbing again, about 50 feet high now, we move up more temporary stairs erected on the outside of the Capitol just for renovation.
So this is a full Dutchman replacement. This was started from a blank piece of stone, square dimensional block on the ground. Before they did all the demolition, I was able to take templates of the original that was here. I'm going to find some more shapes here, and then after that it'll be detail.
Next, we're at the top of the pillars, where massive portions of the stonework had to be removed and replaced.
You can see a little bit, these are the good ones, these are the ones that were saved, and you can see the difference, what's come off, it's, you know,
it's still crumbling.
Sugared.
Yeah.
The old and the new are blended together, so after time, no one from the ground will be able to tell the difference.
So we're right in the center of the Capitol. We're just below the dome, the quadriga, and we're at the statuary level. And these are in remarkably good shape.
They are. They
Why?
are. Well, I think that it's because they have a lot of airflow and they get a lot of sunlight, so they dry out pretty quick, so they don't get a lot of the freeze thaw.
At this height, up about 80 feet on the attic level, we also get to see the 6 stunning statuary up close at a distance that won't be possible for probably another century. The Daniel Chester French statues represent the 6 virtues of good government: prudence, truth, integrity, bounty, courage, and wisdom.
They do the proportions for that, and they make sure that it will look good from the ground. Everything from windows to profiles, they make sure that the emphasis is correct.
So is this why the baby's head is so large?
Well, typically babies' heads are large, but they exaggerated it so that you can see that from the ground.
More carving that's up so high that people will never see or really appreciate the level of detail from the ground, but the craftsmanship a century ago still challenges carvers today.
Now we're way up on the very windy west side of the building, and what are we looking at?
This is a medallion. This is in the process of being redressed, so you can see some of the resurfacing that's happening, the difference between old and new. This is a piece that I love. My first time around the front, this is what I saw in it. I love it. The detail in it is awesome.
Love the M too, right? Our stamp,
yes,
Minnesota,
yes,
right there.
Yep.
As daylight quickly fades under artificial light, we get to see the stone carver at work. First, she selects a carving gun.
This is a German gun. It's a trigger pull, so I can cut it on when I want to.
Then she chips away at the new stone to capture the ancient Renaissance motif and replaces the chisel.
All right, done.
Finally, climbing from the interior of the building, we reach an interesting nook. After squeezing through that tight space at the quadriga level, we're back outside the Capitol, working our way around the round walls, scaling many more scaffolding stairs about 100 feet up on the outside of the Capitol drum.
The architects have already come through and decided which stones need replacing.
So that's what all these goodies are?
Yes. Yep. Sometimes you get some nice little finds.
Once you're up this high, you realize it's hard to comprehend the scale of the architecture from afar. The height of the dome drum at nearly 50 feet alone and the level of detail leave you equally impressed.